On the water, there's no such thing as a slam dunk, and even the lakes with the best reputations can make an angler work. But it's the tough bites that teach the biggest lessons and separate the casual fisherman from the lake commandos.
I love fishing new water. The challenge is always the same. Find fish, trigger strikes. Ooh, that's a big fish. But what I really love is beating the other guy. I got a fish. This is Lake Commandos.
On a chilly, overcast early fall day, Lake Commandos Steve Banaz and Dean CAPRA are headed for an unfamiliar lake with a reputation for big bass and lots of them.
So here's what I know about the lake. It's 850 acres roughly, and it's 35-foot max depth. But look up the bass, the survey data, and just what's that looking like?
There's a lot of them, I mean, there's 121 of them between 12 and 14 inches.
Holy cow!
And they had 15 to 19 inches, they had 30 of them.
30?
They didn't have any over 20, but...
Oh, that's one of the highest number of bass, big bass, I've ever seen on a survey. This should be fun today.
Oh, I'm hoping for it. It's the lake has a good reputation for numbers of bass.
Regardless of the numbers, there are no sure things, especially in fishing. And today's mission will not be without its challenges. The guys will need to locate and catch largemouth bass under cold, windy conditions on the second day after a major cold front. No easy task, no matter how good a lake looks on paper.
Hey, tough competition today. Dean CAPRA has been a tournament fisherman for decades and very, very successful. This guy lives and breathes bass, and he loves competition. It's gonna be a tough day on the water, but I'm ready for it. I'm gonna go with the new Berkley Dredger. This is the 14.5 model. This thing dives fast, fishes easy, but more importantly, it's gonna get down and grind in those rocks. It's gonna take some fish. I'm gonna throw it on a 7.6 medium heavy Veritas rod from Abu Garcia. This is the winch series. It's designed with a more parabolic action, which is great for crankbaits. Gives those fish a chance to grab the bait, turn before you set the hook. In terms of line, this is 10-pound, 100% fluorocarbon from Trilene. A great all-around line, strong, thin, works really well with cranks. In terms of a reel, this is the Abu Garcia Revo Premier in 6.4-1. It's a good medium speed reel in terms of getting that bait down, but I'm not gonna over crank these baits. We're in the middle of a massive cold front. It's been raining, it's been pouring, and the wind is gonna be blowing today. But I believe this is the technique, this is the bait that's gonna take Dean down today.
Well, the pattern I chose today is a jig and worm or jig worm fishing. The reason for that is we've got a fall, it's almost near the turnover, and I feel that the fish are going to be a little bit sluggish because of the cold front that we're dealing with, and I think I can finesse them. This is a finesse method that works really well in cold front conditions. The bait that I choose today is a power worm, and I'm going to put some other power baits on here, but power worm always works real well. I got a mushroom head jig. We've got 10-pound Berkley floral to a braid. The rod that I'm using is a 7-foot medium action with a spinning reel. You just got to have a good drag because we're going to catch some big ones today on this jig worm, and I believe that this is the bait that will put Steve down.
So Dean, you have, as guest, the option of going first or second. Which do you prefer?
I think since I'm the jig worm guy, I think that I'm going to go second.
Okay.
I think we got to scout out a little bit. The jig worm's a slower presentation.
Yeah.
Okay, and I being you chose crankbaits as your deal, I think we should cover a little bit of water first and just see what's going on out here. I mean, we've never been here for forever, and just to see what we're dealing with. And I kind of like this new crankbait. It's kind of cute.
The weather is a big part of today's commando mission, The recent cold front has dropped water temps more than 5 degrees in just a couple of days, and a strong northwest wind will make boat control a challenge. Garmin's Lake View mapping shows a lake with a lot of complicated structure. The guys will start on a shallow saddle between 2 underwater points.
Yeah, I'm seeing more fish behind us than this way.
Well, there's one right there.
You got one?
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Big fish?
Feels good. He's got to get in the boat, don't he?
Yeah,
Look
he's
at that.
in the boat.
He's about as big as the bait. What is this all about? I like his pattern so far. Look at that. Little bitty one, but one for the visiting team.
CAPRA gets off to a quick start on the crank. Is it a lucky break or a sign of things to come?
There's a big one.
Lake Commandos is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Abu Garcia for life. Berkeley Power Bait, fish bite and won't let go. Garmin Panoptics, all-seeing sonar, join the pros who switch to Garmin. Fraybill's Aqualife Bait Station, trusted gear since 1938. Power Pole, shallow water anchor. And by Quebec Outfitters, enter to win your ultimate fishing trip. The Lake Commandos are on a mission to find and catch post-cold front largemouth bass on an unknown lake with complicated structure. But breaking down a new lake and locating big bass is something Dean CAPRA has done successfully for many years. He's been an avid tournament angler for nearly 40 years, competing in dozens of regional and national events every season.
Dean is part of the CAPRA family, very well known in the upper Midwest as tournament fisherman and tournament winning fisherman. His dad has been a leader in the fishing industry for years. His brother Tony's been a leader in the fishing business, and Dean runs a sporting goods store that's a highlight in the upper Midwest. But this guy knows how to fish. So you got the 20 on, don't you? A deep diver?
Yeah, well, I wasn't sure how deep this was. Them other baits were going to run, and it's just one thing about a crankbait when you're throwing a crankbait is it should be hitting the bottom. There's a big one. Now we're talking. Oh,
I'll get the net.
you better get the net.
I better get one of those deep divers on.
I gotta take the time.
I think CAPRA Sporting Goods is going to start carrying Berkeley crankbaits here. You got the bluegill pattern on, don't you?
I'm not saying, I don't know.
Oh, baloney.
Look at that.
Holy cow.
All right, now
There he is.
don't be messing them up.
Nice fish. Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
fish.
Huh?
Look at that.
That's the way to start out the morning, huh? I got him. Look at that. They be biting. Now, of course, look at that. Kind of like that color. Cute little bait. Steve-O, I'm gonna take 4 1/4 on that one. I know it don't go by weight, but look at that bugger. That's a beautiful fish. Hopefully we get some more of them.
One of the things I like about the Commando format is we come into a body of water without a lot of preconceived notions, because when I fish lakes that I've been on before, I end up making the same mistakes where I fish memories. Hey, I caught him here one time before, I was using this bait, I was fishing in this direction. But when you approach a new lake like today, this lake, it's only 800 acres, but it's got over 14 miles of shoreline. You've got to fish it fast. And one of the reasons I picked cranks today is I wanted to cover water.
Despite a couple of early bites, this mission quickly became a difficult one. Convinced the bass would be on offshore rock and gravel, the guys used the Garmin to move from one piece of structure to the next, covering each quickly with the Berkeley crankbaits. But they could only manage a couple of small fish. So the change to Dean's slow and subtle jigworm pattern was a welcome one.
Well, the jigworm pattern is good from spring, summer, fall. The reason that I thought it would be good on this particular lake is because it's a gravel type of lake and the big fish should be on the gravel.
Fish.
Is that a fish?
It's a fish.
Look at that sky. Ooh.
Nice fish too.
Look
Can
at
you grab
this
a net for me?
I gotta get the net. Yep.
Look at that beast.
There you go.
Boom! Boy, with that bite light.
Oh, look at that one.
That's a nice fish. Nice fish.
Oh, that hurt.
Boy, they're thin. Look at how skinny these things are. They're not really well fed. Look at that tail area. He's losing weight, but that bite was so light I thought it was a weed. Seriously.
Just picked her up, huh?
Just it was like, I was fortunate to catch that fish.
Light bites and scattered fish, the sure signs of a serious post-cold front situation, and a sign that the commandos still have plenty of work to do to complete today's mission. This segment is brought to you by Yeti Coolers. Yeti, built for the wild. Lake Commandos Steve Banaz and Dean CAPRA are working through a tough post-front bite on a lake known for holding numbers of big largemouth bass. They've moved from fast-moving crankbaits to small and slow jig and power worm or power tube combos. They've also abandoned the original plan of targeting offshore rock and gravel and have gone in search of weeds.
All right, Steve, I need you up here, bud, or I can't afford to lose this one.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Nice fish, dude.
Huh?
Nice fish.
That's kind of interesting. That thing there, look at him. Another good one. He came right out of the tip of one of them rock bars that we were talking about. You can kind of see it on the graph, what we're fishing. Yeah, I mean, there's some fish out here. I think we were just maybe fishing a little too fast. You gotta slow down.
Grass was key today. I assumed that this whole lake was gonna be ringed with grass, and really it had it in very isolated areas. The structure we found were main lake points, and the ones that had little humps and little clumps of grass on it, those are the ones that produced the most fish for us today. I want to see what we're dealing with. There,
Yep.
see them? Sunfish?
Sunfish in there. Bunch of sunfish. That's what they're in here. That's why they're in here.
Yeah, look at all those sunnies. Those are nice size ones too. Look at them all. We dropped the AquaView camera down and it was loaded with bluegills. Now a lot of the spots that we fished today, Dean made the comment several times, where are the gills, where are the gills? And a lot of times when you find a bait, you find a fish.
There's one. Good one, this one is.
Oh,
Yep,
geez.
Yep, this one we're talking about. Stay down, buddy, stay down. Steve-O, you got her?
There's a good one.
Nice. There's a couple of them in this little hump here.
Yeah.
Look at that. Come on, there's a little healthy. Feeling good. Seems like there's just a little grass tip.
This is the best looking stuff we've fished.
Yep, there's another good
That's
one.
a good one there.
What the heck? Oh,
You're front boating me, dude.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah,
you
you
better
are.
get the net. Who's your old daddy? Woohoo, we got a jumper. You don't hurry, I'm flipping them. Woohoo!
Get up here.
Nice!
There you go.
Thanks. Ah, heck of a net, man.
Today, I think where we messed up is that we had so focused in our minds that we were gonna fish gravel, we were gonna fish rocks, we were gonna fish docks, and in truth, this lake didn't have a lot of grass, but when we found grass in that 6, 8, 9 to 12 feet of water, there were bass all over it. I can actually catch a fish too.
Nice.
Boy, I'll just flip him. So this little tiny hump out in the middle, as long as it's got grass, it's got fish. You know what? We haven't hooked a fish that had a hook hole in any of them.
Nope, they've all been
Power tube.
getting her done.
Getting her done.
On a tough day, it took some time, but the commandos have pieced together this post-front largemouth puzzle. CAPRA may have the lead, but it appears we're in for a late day shootout. Lake Commandos is brought to you by Yamaha, reliability starts here. Berkeley, catch more fish. Plano, protect your passion. Aquaview, the original underwater camera. Yeti, built for the wild. ARE, outfit for life. And by Berkeley Trilene, anglers trust Berkeley Trilene. It's been a tough day and a tough bite for Steve Benaz and Dean CAPRA. But these two veteran commandos have worked through the problems and have zeroed in on the bass.
But you never know.
Ah! I think,
Whoa!
well, I don't know about 7 minutes, but
Oh,
they're pretty good. Huh?
Well, the good news is I think we finally figured the pattern out.
Yep.
You gotta have grass.
Huh?
You gotta have grass. Good job
all right,
today.
bud.
Good job today. Not a giant fish, but you know what? They're fun. And we've got an active school right there.
I use braid for jig worming for a couple of reasons. First of all, it has a little bit less drag in the wind. It was pretty windy today, and with that braid, you can have 15-pound braid. It's got 3-pound diameter. It's just nice in the wind. Also, when you tie a fluorocarbon leader on it, the fish don't see the braid, and you get really good feel. There he is.
Fish?
Yes, sir. I don't think this is no northern. Nice. Woohoo!
You gonna flip him?
I can.
Look at that.
But you like netting them bigger ones for me.
I decided after your help with the pike that I wasn't gonna do it anymore.
It's all right.
Well deserved, well deserved, I admit. You know, I saw a little bit of the CAPRA fire in the boat today. This guy didn't want to lose and he fished hard. But grass was key today. I assumed that this whole lake was going to be ringed with grass, and really it had it in very isolated areas. The structure we found were main lake points, and the ones that had little humps and little clumps of grass on it, those are the ones that produced the most fish for us today.
There it is. You got one there?
I got a good one actually.
Nice.
Whoa, that's the best one of the day, dude.
Unbelievable.
Too bad it's too little too late.
Too little, too late. I'll get the net.
Oh, that's a stud.
There you go. Got him.
Boom.
Look at
All right.
that one.
You get the win, I get the whopper. Look at that thing.
Nice.
Oh, dude,
Hate to say goodnight.
look at that. Hey, well fought victory. Good job today. Thanks for going commando.
Thanks, man. Thank you. We had a lot of fun. We figured some stuff out, huh? There at the end.
We did, and
Got a good one, and
it really was keying in on the grass.
no doubt
And
about
once we found them on the grass, we found fish. With power tubes, put it to them.
Yep.
We got some on the hard baits too, so
Good day, all in all.
good fish.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna have to eat curl for the next several months.
These things happen. These things happen.
Hey, if you want to win what works for us, visit lakecommandos.com or check out our Facebook page.
I'm Captain George Mitchell. This is Coastal Chaos.
So today we're going to talk nets, specifically the right net for the job. I'm here at fishing headquarters in Jupiter, Florida. I got my good buddy Pete. He's going to talk to us a little bit about it. You got to have the right net, whether it be for your bait fish or for landing your fish.
No doubt about it, George. You know, back in the day, they started out with just wire rims with a piece of nylon. Today, you've got monofilament nets, you've got good quality aluminum, and they float.
So let's start off with your bait well nets. These are my go-to versions for my boat here on the east coast of Florida. Come on out on the boat. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, when it comes to the bait well net, you've got to have the right one. You're going to have either the soft mesh or monofilament. The beauty of the monofilament is they won't see it coming. The beauty of the soft mesh is it doesn't take as much slime off the bait. So you got to know which one to use for which type of bait. Today we're dipping goggle eyes, premier sailfish bait in South Florida, $100 a dozen. So we got to take care of them. We don't want to beat them up. We don't want to chase them around. So we're going to be using a larger monofilament net to get them out of the cage, but we'll use a soft net when we're handling them. Now remember, they can't see the mono net coming because it's going to blend in real good with the water, but the mesh one they'll see coming. Check it out. He actually swims right into the net. Never even saw it coming. But watch what they do with the mesh net. This is really spooky to the fish. And we really don't want to do that when we're handling them until we're going to be using them for bait. Remember, the better the bait, the better the fishing. So when it comes to actually handling the fish you caught, Pete, we got a few options. We've got a standard old dip net, you know, with a 2-foot handle on it, and we've got a longer one. You know, this one's got some smaller mesh in it. That'd be good for smaller fish and not, you know, damaging any fish or letting them go.
Sure, but absolutely. You know what else is good for? Shrimping.
Oh yeah,
we do a lot of shrimping here on the East Coast.
You betcha, especially in the winter
Soft
time.
mesh, small hole, you can get multiple shrimp in there. Works out real well.
Yeah, no doubt on that. Remember, there is a right net for the right job. Coastal Chaos, tips for serious saltwater anglers.